Good morning, Danny. It's October 22nd, a Tuesday. It's also the loneliest day of the week. I mean, seriously, who's out there saying, "Oh my god, I love Tuesdays"? I'm gonna warn you a bit ahead of time this week that my videos may be lacking in the time, substance, and excitement departments. My teachers have all decided that they have a collective vendetta against me, and therefore in turn have scheduled all my midterms to be this week. I'd prefer it if they would just line me up in front of a firing squad of elite paintballers. But I wanted to expand on what you said about people disliking Mondays. I have a few things that I'd like to say on the subject. First, I agree with you that it's silly that people think that any particular day is better than any other. But in this instance, I don't think it's the day that bothers people, but rather their mindset and how they perceive things. This makes me think that these people are having a negative outlook on their own life. This mindset always confuses me because why wouldn't you want to be excited at the prospects of any given situation? In fact, it was one of my New Year's resolutions to treat new things as opportunities and not as tasks. Positive thinking goes a long way with that one. The issue that I tend to see when people want to be more positive is that they try to start with the biggest things. I think my job is so cool. Life makes me so happy. Much like the smoker who quits cold turkey, this is going to be extremely daunting at first. My recommendation if you're trying to be happier in life or just more positive in general is to always think about the little things instead. When I see bumblebees, I can't help but smile at their fuzzy little fat bodies buzzing around. When I see a sunset, I always try to think of the physics involved that is making it appear that way to my brain. That kind of thinking makes me happy. It's like a soothing warmth that runs the length of my body. Different things make different people happy, and you just have to find out what those things are. If you find one thing a day that makes you happy, you will be happier in general. Danny, I found an error in your owning an electric vehicle makes you no longer a slave to gasoline hypothesis. So, as you know, I don't own a car here in San Francisco. If I need to get somewhere, I either hop on my bike or I get on Muni, which is our public transportation system for the city. However, this still means that I'm a slave to gas. And no, I don't mean the kind that comes out of your butt. How is that possible? Well, you see, our country is extremely large. It's so large, in fact, that you can fit most of Europe inside its borders. And the way that we usually get goods is by truck. That is, until I successfully build and test the first teleporter. Those trucks run on a form of petroleum called petrodiesel. There are other types that the trucks use, like biodiesel, biomass to liquid, gas to liquid diesel, but petrodiesel is the most common one. Now, it may seem like the fight against fossil fuels is one that we can't win, but just like negativity in your brain, we have to take tiny little adorable baby steps in order to make a dramatic impact. Danny, the rest of the time I want to discuss challenges with you. Hank and John did some challenges in their videos, and I thought that would be a cool thing to implement in our videos as well. So the first challenge that I issue to you is to not buy gas for your truck. Or anyone else's car. I'm onto your loopholes. For an entire week. None. Nada. Zilch. Also, I've been trying to devise a new punishment for you, since anything that you do at work might get you actually fired. How about you can get out of this punishment by donating $50 to my Extra Life charity? For those who don't know, Extra Life is a charity where gamers play games for 24 hours and in turn raise money for children's hospitals. It's also one of my favorite charities to raise money for because not only am I having fun and playing games with my friends, but I'm raising money in order to help sick children, and 100% of the proceeds go to help them. If you're interested in donating to the cause, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Danny, I'll see you tomorrow.